What does a nuclear scientist like for his dinner? Fish and chips. That's a connected speech joke. So what do you know about connected speech? When you listen to fluent speakers of English, you might have found it difficult to determine where one word ends and another one begins. This short lesson will be identifying the 5 main aspects of connected speech. Number 1, linking or catenation. When one word ends in a consonant and the next word begins with a vowel, we often link the 2 words to make the transition nice and smooth. Good evening, for example, becomes good evening. This afternoon becomes this afternoon. When are you going? When are you going? Ben and Jerry's sounds like Benin. Fish and chips sounds like fishin'. Now you get the joke. Fish and chips. What do nuclear scientists like to have for dinner? Fish and chips. That's why that joke works. Or that's why it's supposed to work. We also have the concept called elision, where as we speak faster, certain sounds are likely to be left out or elided. The D in fish, for example, is often cut out, so all you hear is fish and chips. This is also what happens when we have a group of consonants clustered together. Acts of Parliament. The T has been left out. Or next day. Again, the T has been elided. And the word government is often pronounced government, not government. It would be very awkward for us to say that. Elision often occurs when we have vowels in unstressed syllables as well. For example, police becomes police. Tomato is tomato, not tomato. And correct is correct, correct. And sometimes we can leave out whole syllables. My favourite is library, which is often pronounced library. Where are you going? I'm going off to the library to do some research. Number 3, assimilation. This is when adjacent sounds influence each other so they actually come to sound like each other in rapid speech. 10 balloons becomes 10 balloons. Good night becomes good night. Good night. Other examples include handbag. Handbag. So the word handbag is actually pronounced handbag. When I was a child, I used to wonder, why do they call it handbag? Has it got ham inside? Handbag. And last year becomes last year. Last year, I went to Morocco. Last year. Then we have liaison, number 4. Look at this sentence and listen to the pronunciation of the highlighted word. Unfortunately, the financial crisis ruined his career. The word ruin has a W sound inserted in between the 2 vowels to help them connect more easily when speaking fast. Watch my lips. Ruin, 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 ruin my day. Ruin. Let's have a look at some other examples. Who is it? Who is it? Go away becomes go away, go away. And where am I going? I'm going to India. To India? Really? Yes, I've always wanted to visit the Taj Mahal. Then we're going to Goa. Goa. In the same way, if the first word or syllable ends in a vowel sound with the tongue towards the front of the mouth, such as E, A, I, Oi, a Y sound is added. Again, look at these examples. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yit. I'm going to see Anna. I'm going to see Yana. I'm going to see Yana. She asked me for a pen. She asked me for a pen. In Southern British English, we do this too when an R is often not pronounced at the end of a word and is followed by a vowel, such as car. Car engine, for example, becomes car engine. Interestingly, many of us also insert an R between words when there is no R in the spelling. We call this intrusive R. For example, law and order becomes law and order. Hello, my name is Law and Order and I work as a solicitor in London. Boom, boom. That's another joke for you. Permission to laugh. Actually, I've got a real joke based on intrusive R. What do you call a dinosaur with one eye? A do you think he saw us? Do you think he saw us? Now here's a pro tip. If you hear a really bad joke in English and you understand it, you can roll your eyes. Oh, Daniel, your jokes are terrible. Weak forms and function words. So I touched upon this in a previous video, but basically when you listen to English, you might hear certain words jump out at you, whereas other words are just kind of background words. So when I say something like, "It was a fantastic film," and then I ask my students to repeat the sentence back to me, they often say, "It's a fantastic film," or "It is a fantastic film." They've heard the words fantastic film, but they haven't picked out the tense. And this is because in English we add stress to some words and not to others. So the words that don't carry stress are called weak forms or function words. And combined with the other aspects of connected speech that we've already looked at, this itself becomes, "It was a fantastic film." So that's the end of the class. So to conclude, we've looked at the key elements of connected speech. We've looked at linking and concatenation, elision, assimilation, liaison and intrusion, as well as weak forms. You don't need to know all these technical terms, obviously, but as long as you're aware of what they are and how they work, you'll have a better idea of what to listen out for. So I hope you've enjoyed the lesson, especially the jokes, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next class. Bye for now.